It will be beginning in 10 seconds. Our first called athlete will be Joseph Garcia with 85 kilos on the bar. Good lift for Garcia. 85 remains on the bar, and Chris Luciano will be our lifter for his first attempt. Wait, do I need to do it? Sorry. Okay. Okay, that's all right. All right, we have a 1 minute clock rolling for Chris Luciano of. Gotta get all these. She doesn't even tell me what team they're on.
It does on the side here. That's the written word.
All right, we have a change. 85 kilos on the bar for Joseph Garcia.
The weight stays the same.
Weight stays the same at this point, loaders. Sorry, now we go up. 86 kilos. 86 kilos. Michael Lozano. Don't start it yet. Michael Lozano is our loader, 86. Now you can. I have to say the name.
Yeah.
Okay. Next lifter, Brian Rezenauer. No lift for Lozano. 86 remains on the bar. Tighten it up. Have an automatic 2-minute clock for following himself for this second snatch. Lozano represents Texas Barbell Club. He'll be followed by Brian Rezenauer. There's a change on Lozano, 89 kilos loaders. Clock resumes for Lozano. Second attempt, 89 on the bar. Our athlete clock is not in sync.
The clock in the corner isn't in sync.
We're down to about 1 minute for Michael Lozano for a second snatch attempt at 89 kilos. Lozano representing Texas Barbell in the 56 class. He'll be followed by Rezenauer. Good lift by decision. 90 kilos will now go on the bar for first attempt, Brian Resenauer, lifting unattached in North Dakota. Next lifter, Joseph Garcia. Clock has started for Resenauer. No lift for Resenauer. 90 remains on the bar. Joseph Garcia will now come out from representing Muscle Farm for his second snatch attempt. Clock starts for Garcia. We have 90 kilos on the bar. Garcia, the called lifter. Brian Resenauer to follow. All right, we have a change. New lifter. 1 minute clock, please, for Brian Resenauer. This is Resenauer's second attempt. 90 kilos on the bar. We have another change to 91 kilos. New lifter, Chris Luciano, first attempt. 1 minute clock starts. Resenauer next. New change, 91 kilos remains on the bar. Resenauer now the lifter for his second attempt. Lozano, you're next. No lift by decision. 91 remains on the bar. Michael Lozano will be our lifter. This will be Lozano's third attempt. Clock started for Lozano of Texas Barbell. Resenauer, you're next. Good lift for Lozano. 91 remains on the bar for Brian Resenauer's third snatch attempt. Resenauer lifting unattached out of North Dakota. Next lifter, Joseph Garcia. No lift for Resenauer. 92 kilos loaders. This will bring Joseph Garcia out for his second attempt. No lift for Garcia. 92 will remain on the bar. Garcia will have a 2-minute clock. This will be his third attempt. Be followed by Bray Kabashigwa. Hawaii, you do all your vowels. Every vowel is pronounced. Kabashigawa. Right. We have a 2-minute clock counting down on Joseph Garcia of Muscle Farm. 92 kilos on the bar for a third attempt. He'll be followed by Bray Kabashigawa. No lift for Garcia. 95 kilos will go on the bar for opening attempt of Chris Luciano. Luciano represents Waxman's Gym and is in a 62 class. Clock started for Luciano. Next lifter, Bray Kabashiwaga. Good lift for Luciano. 96 will go on the bar. We'll have it's an automatic 1 kilo for Luciano's second attempt. Two-minute clock now started for Luciano's. Change has come through. Loaders 100 kilos. New lifter, Bray Kabashigawa of Team Hawaii, lifting in the 56 kilo class. Next lifter, Darren Barnes. Good lift for Kabashigawa. 100 remains on the bar for first attempt of Darren Barnes of East Coast Gold, Pennsylvania. Clock begins for Barnes. Change. 100 remains on the bar. New lifting order. Arison Addison becomes the lifter. First attempt, lifting unattached in Florida. Has the clock begun? Oh, okay, that's just. All right, have another change coming in. New 1 minute clock. New 1 minute clock. For Aaron Addison. I didn't say the name yet. Addison of team for unattached in Florida. Lifting in the 62 class. Next lifter, John Stang. After the snatch, he did it. Good lift for Addison. 100 remains on the bar for John Stang, first attempt. Stang, a 62 kilo class lifter for Iron Beaver Weightlifting. Next lifter, Chris Luciano. Change. 100 remains on the bar. Luciano, now our lifter. Second attempt, 100 kilos. Luciano is from Waxman Gym. Next lifter, Darren Barnes. That's a no lift for Luciano, second attempt. 100 will remain on the bar. He'll have an opportunity to make that for a third attempt. 2 minutes on our clock for Luciano. Clock begins. All right. Clock is stalled. Start. Try. All right, we're restarting the Marshall computer in the back, so the clock will begin once we get a restart on our computers. There we have it. Clock has started for Luciano of Waxman Gym. Third attempt, 100 kilos on the bar. Next lifter is Darren Barnes. Lots of components when you have, right?
Yeah.
No lift for Luciano. We'll now go to 103 kilos loaders. This will bring Darren Barnes out for his first attempt, representing East Coast Gold. Barnes in the 56 kilo category. Next lifter, Kenny Wilkins.
Change.
We have a change. Same weight, 103 kilos. New lifter, Kenny. No, change up. Kenny Wilkins. That's who I called before.
It was Barnes. It was Darren Barnes, and then it was changed.
Okay.
To Kenny Wilkins.
All right, Wilkins now the lifter, first attempt. Wilkins, a 62 class lifter for Team Praxis. Fu, get ready. Good. Glad you're on it.
I'm paying attention because Barnes has changed a bunch.
No lift for Wilkins. 103 remains on the bar. He'll have a 2-minute clock. This will be a second attempt for Wilkins. Clock has started. We have 1 minute left on Kenny Wilkins of Team Praxis, 62 kilo class. Second attempt snatch at 103 kilos. Next lifter, Tri Fu. No lift for Wilkins. 103 will remain on the bar. We'll tighten that up for a third attempt. Two-minute clock begins for Wilkins. 103 remains on the bar.
There's that sneaky reminder. The 2-minute clock begins.
We have to help each other.
Yeah.
It stays in the kitchen, right?
The first time doing this, the timing was really tough at youth nationals because you're used to sitting in one of the chairs and you kind of know when to zone out and when not to zone out. And this is like the rhythm is all off, so you have to pay attention at
Yeah, it does
different
make a
parts.
difference. And when they do a lot of changing, it's like, don't be too quick. But like, I guess the system resets it.
Yeah.
And see, that's where, you know, the timekeeper not resetting, like a 2-minute clock, changes, and it stays on the same lifter.
Yeah.
Because the clock won't start. But that's when we have to go back and give them a 2-minute clock. Or if
Yeah.
it's run down, how do we set the number? Can we type in a number? Probably not. Or
Yeah.
maybe we can, I don't know. Can we type in a,
Yeah.
so. You don't often get that, but it comes up enough where, you know, shuffle around and it's still the same guy, but maybe it's a minute 45.
Did they get their one right then down to one?
Just under a minute now for Kenny Wilkins' third attempt, 103 on the bar. Please encourage Kenny out. He wants this lift. That's a no lift for Wilkins. 104 will now be loaded for Tri-Fu's opening attempt. Tri-Fu representing MASH Mafia, Minnesota, lifting in the 62 kilo bodyweight category. Clock starts on Fu. Our next lifter, Darren Barnes. Good lift for Fu. 105 will go on the bar for Darren Barnes' first attempt. Barnes representing East Coast Gold in the 56 class. So, I thought it was 112. Up there it says 112 for 56.
It's a junior.
Is it junior? I don't have the juniors up there. So this will be junior record.
No, I'm not sure. But you will have the.
Good opening attempt for Barnes. 105 remains on the bar. John Stang will be our lifter for his opening attempt. Stang, a 62 class lifter for Iron Beaver Weightlifting. Next athlete, Kabashigawa. Good lift for Stang. 105 remains on the bar. Kabashigawa for a second attempt. No lift for Kabashigawa. 105 remains on the bar. This brings Aaron Addison of Florida out for a second snatch attempt. Clock begins for Addison. Next lifter, Kabashigawa. No lift for Addison. 105 remains on the bar. Bray Kabashigawa will come out for a third attempt. Clock begins. Addison, you're next. No lift for Kabashigawa. 106 loaders. This will bring Darren Barnes back out for a second snatch attempt, representing East Coast Gold. There's a change. 107. Change in order. Michael Fox now our lifter. First attempt snatch. Fox, another East Coast Gold lifter. Clock has started. Next athlete, Sean Hutchinson. No lift for Fox. 107 remains on the bar. Sean Hutchinson will now be our lifter for his first snatch attempt. Sean's a 62 class lifter out of Maryland. Good lift for Hutchinson. 107 remains on the bar for Michael Fox. Second attempt. Fox, a 56 class lifter for East Coast Gold. Clock started on Fox. Next lifter, Tri Fu. No lift for Fox. Could not lock that out. 107, correction, loaders 108. Nope, 1-7. Michael Fox still has a third attempt to make this weight. He'll have a 2-minute clock. Down to about 1 minute for Michael Fox. Third attempt, 107 kilos. Next lifter, Tri Fu.
Let's get it now. Pull and let it flow. Come on.
Good lift for Fox. $108 will now be loaded for Tri Fu of Mash Mafia, Minnesota. Second attempt for Fu,
Has to be 108. Loaders, 108.
108. It's all right.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. We've got it. It's set. Clock will start now for Fu. Next lifter, Darren Barnes. It blended right in, didn't it? Good lift for Fu. 108 remains on the bar. Second attempt for Darren Barnes of East Coast Gold. Barnes, a 56 class lifter. Clock started for Barnes. Hutchinson, you're next. Change. Barnes is no longer the lifter. Barnes is no longer the lifter. New lifter, 1 minute clock for Sean Hutchinson for a second attempt. 108 remains on the bar. Hutchinson now the lifter. Addison next. All right, we have a stop the clock. 108 remains. Aaron Addison, the lifter. The marshalling computer is lagging behind. We've been given a change on Hutchinson. Let's hold for a minute. So we'll confirm that Addison will be our next called lifter. They're going to have to do that back there. All right, so we have Addison up, 108 kilos on the bar. Third attempt for unattached Florida. Barnes next. Addison is our lifter. Good lift by majority decision for Addison. 109 will go on the bar for Darren Barnes' second attempt. Clock starts for Barnes. Next athlete, John Stang.
Stay tight.
No lift for Barnes. 1-9 remains on the bar. Barnes remains the lifter, 2 minutes. Clock begins on Barnes. And 1 minute left on Darren Barnes of East Coast Gold, 56 class lifter. Third attempt, 109 kilos on the bar. Next athlete, John Stang. And that's a good lift for Barnes. 110 will now be loaded for John Stang. Stang lifts for Iron Beaver weightlifting in the 62 class. Second attempt. Next lifter, Tri Fu. No lift for Stang. 110 will remain on the bar. Stang will remain the lifter for a third attempt. 2-minute clock begins on Stang.
Are you announcing the next session too?
No, I think I get to go. I'm going to referee one, so I think I have to go to weigh-ins next. Now, I only put myself down for one because all these guys fight for it. I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I did a bunch for the Masters.
Yeah.
Can't be too hoggish. Some of them hog the microphone. I get tired of the same voiceover.
It's hard to what?
I get tired of the same voiceover.
Yeah. Better to change it up. Yeah.
I get tired of my own voice after sitting here.
La la la. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping we can find somebody else to do my job. I thought I could do 2 sessions, but I kind of want to go just.
Oh, the
I'm lifting in the
timekeeping?
morning, so.
1 minute left for John Stang. Third attempt, 110 kilos on the bar. Next athlete, Hutchinson. Good lift for Stang. 112 now loaded for second attempt, Sean Hutchinson out of Maryland. Clock started on Hutchinson. 62 class lifter. Next athlete, Tri Fu. Good lift for Hutchinson. 112 remains on the bar. Tri Fu, third attempt. Clock begins on Fu, representing Mash Mafia out of Minnesota. Hutchinson, you're next. No lift for Fu. We'll now set the bar for 115 kilos for our final athlete in this session, Derek Johnson. Change on Johnson. Make that 120 kilos, loaders, 120. So, sorry, loaders, 115. I missed the change for Hutchinson's third attempt, 115. This is Hutchinson's third attempt. Isn't that a 2-minute clock? No, food is still right. It's 1 minute clock. So we'll stop the clock. We have a change to 117 now. Is it still Hutchinson? Hold up just a minute. I have 117 on the bar, but now I have Derek Johnson as our lifter. Johnson's now moving up, so I'm slow to get the change. 117 remains. Sean is our lifter. It was just slow coming through.
That's okay. No?
Yeah. It's coming through, but it was just really slow. But I have to see it. I can believe. Right. Well, I can believe them, but.
It's better to see it.
Mm-hmm. But if it's not coming through, that's also an issue. That's no lift for Hutchinson. Now we're going to load 120 kilos. Derek Johnson, our final lifter in this session. So first attempt for Johnson, the 62 class, representing Texas Barbell. Yeah, I think I was thrown off too on the little squares. Yeah, because I thought it was his third attempt. So I'm like, oh, we only got one left. You learn how to read these boards. Good lift for Johnson. 121 is our automatic 1 kilo increase for Johnson. He'll have a 2-minute clock for this second snatch attempt. Reminder, we do have a 10-minute break between snatch and clean and jerk. Change 122. Stop the clock. You resume. Clock resumes now for Derek Johnson. Second snatch attempt. Well, and I gotta keep my eye on this.
Yeah.
Oh, I looked away. Another change, 123. Clock resumes. One minute remaining on Derek Johnson's second snatch attempt at 123 kilos. Interesting music. This is a new snatch record. It's a new snatch record. We've now gone up to 124 kilos. This will be a record attempt. No lift, but that's only a second attempt. Derek can come back, make this record attempt on his third. Barbie Titan will have a 2-minute clock. Clock's counting down. Just about 1 minute left for Derek Johnson. Third attempt. His record 124 kilograms. Oh, okay. I thought you said 123 up there. I was only reading off that board. I don't know the record. That's no lift for Johnson. We'll now have a 10-minute clock started for our break between snatch and clean and jerk. We're up to head to 10, right? Oh, okay. Okay. So
During this break, as we set up for the next session of lifting, most of you may not may realize that everyone starts off at the local level in achieving national prominence and international prominence in weightlifting. And I happen to be from New England. We happen to have the luck to have one of these people pass through our program in the past 20 years. And I happen to have an award for the New England Hall of Fame to someone who went on to national and international weightlifting fame. This lifter had double body weight overhead. She is a she, by the way, and for women, I think we've had 3 other USA women doing this. She now works for the U.S. U.S. Weightlifting Federation. And let me read some of the stuff for Carissa Gordon Gump. I'm going to present this award to her in a few moments. Carissa, I have to put my eyeglasses on here to figure this out. She's part of the weightlifting program started up in Essex Junction, Vermont. If you don't know where that is, well, it's almost not in the United States. She began her career competing at the Montreal Development Meet in 1996 at the age of 13. And in her first contest, snatched 30 and clean and jerked 42.5 kilos. And this led to a 13-year career, mostly in the 58 and 63 kilo class. She qualified for the 18 international teams for the United States, competed in 17 of these as a member of Team USA. She was a Junior World's Team member 4 times, a Senior World's Team member 3 times, Pan American Team member, an Olympic Team member, and a 5-time National Junior Champion, 6-time American Open Champion, 2-time National Champion, and the bronze medalist in 4 Junior World Championships. And there's more on this plaque. The New England Weightlifting Association, an association with a lot of history, would like to present this award to Carissa Gordon Gump of USA Weightlifting.
To bring back our referees, we're ready to begin our clean and jerks for our 50. Sorry, what are we doing? 56 men and 62 class. Trying to get the microphone situated here. We'll have a 1-minute clock set. Our referees are seated, and we are ready for Joseph Garcia, 105 kilos on the bar. Where's the mouse? Where's our mouse? Oh, I saw it and it's disappearing. Look at that. That's crazy. Good lift for Garcia. 106 will now be loaded for a 1 kilo automatic increase. Garcia lifts for CrossFit Muscle Farm out of Florida. 56 class lifter. Clock started for Lozano. Next athlete, Joseph Garcia. That was crazy. We have a change now. 109. Michael Lozano will be our lifter of Texas Barbell. Let's stop the clock here. I have 109 for Lozano, 109. Now we have a change. There must have been a in the back. I now have 108. 108 for Lozano. Remember, I get the change after the marshal enters it. Sometimes in the back, they get it before I do. No lift by majority decision for Lozano. 108 will remain on the bar. We'll have a 2-minute clock set. Second attempt. Clock has started for Lozano.
Slow after the break.
We gotta get our new sink back in. We like fell out of sync there with all that. Just about 1 minute left for Michael Lozano. Second attempt, 108 kilos. Next lifter, Joseph Garcia. Good lift for Lozano. 109 is like 1 kilo automatic. Lozano will have a 2-minute clock. $112 now, loaders. 112. This will bring Joseph Garcia out of CrossFit Muscle Farm for a second attempt. Garcia, 56 class lifter. Michael Lozano, you're next. Good lift for Garcia. 112 remains on the bar. Michael Lozano of Texas Barbell, our lifter, for a third attempt. Clock starts for Lozano. Next change of lifters. New 1-minute clock, 113 loaders. Brian Resenauer will be our lifter for a first attempt.
Number 3 is going only for 108. What?
I don't know how to change these here. They have to do it in the back. Start the clock. Good lift for Resenauer. 113 remains on the bar. Michael Lozano of Texas Barbell will take this for a third attempt. Clock running on Lozano. Next athlete, Joseph Garcia. We have a change. 113 remains. Garcia now the lifter. Clock has started on Garcia of CrossFit Muscle Farm, third attempt. Next athlete, Brian Resenauer. Change on Garcia. 114 now for second attempt, Brian Resenauer. New 1-minute clock. Clock started on Resenauer for a second attempt at 114 kilos. Change, 115. New lifting order. Bray Kabashigwa of Team Hawaii will be out for a first clean and jerk attempt. Bray, a 56 class lifter. Clock started for Kaboshibaga. Next athlete, Michael Lozano. Good lift for Bray. 115 remains on the bar. Third attempt for Michael Lozano of Texas Barbell. Next athlete, Joseph Garcia.
Tight. Here. Hold it.
No lift for Lozano. 115 remains on the bar. Third attempt for Joseph Garcia, CrossFit Muscle Farm. Clock started on Garcia. Next athlete, Brian Resenauer. No lift by 2-1 decision on Garcia. 118 loaders, 118 kilos for Brian Resenauer, lifting unattached in North Dakota for a second clean and jerk. Next athlete, Bray Kabashigawa. Good lift by majority decision. 119 will be a 1 kilo automatic for Resenauer. A 2-minute clock will be set. Clock begins on Resenauer's third attempt, 119 on the bar. Chris Luciano, next lifter. Our clock counting down for Brian Resenauer, 119 kilos on the bar. Third attempt. Change. Stop the clock. 120 kilos loaders for Chris Luciano opening attempt. Luciano is 62 class lifter for Waxman's Gym. Next athlete, Bray Kabashigawa. Good lift by majority decision. 120 kilos remains on the bar. Bray Kabashigawa, second attempt. Bray lifting for Team Hawaii in the 56 class. Next athlete, Brian Resenauer. That's a good lift by majority decision. 120 kilos remains on the bar.
Hold on, time out.
All right, pause the competition. We have a jury.
Good call, I agree with that.
All right, so the jury has overturned the lift. That's a no lift. How do we do that one? Text stop. That's easy.
Fancy.
All right, we still have 120 kilos on the bar. Okay. The jury has overturned that for a press out. We now have 120 minutes. Brian Resenauer, our lifter, and we have a change on Resenauer. 120 remains. Bray Kaboshigawa is now the lifter. He'll have a 2-minute clock because we did not start the clock on Resenauer. You can start.
I thought it was because he didn't have control of the bar. For the jury, I agreed that it was no lift, but I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
it wasn't. Yeah, he didn't lock. He unlocked on the.
The jury said it was a press out, but if I were sitting in the chair, I would have thought he didn't have control of the bar at any point before the down signal.
I mean, that he had not become motionless. It's the
Yeah.
body becomes motionless.
Yeah.
It's not control of the bar.
It's not control of the bar. Well, I didn't
Yeah, the
think.
body becomes motionless, right? Feet in the plane and all that. Body motionless.
And arms, because he was still
Arms
he was still
and
moving.
legs fully extended. But if
Yeah.
he's still moving, that's not motionless.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't call that control of the body.
Yeah.
Because it's the body.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Control of the bar would maybe be on the release, is where I would
Yeah.
think of it, is if you didn't control the bar past your shoulders to release
Yeah.
it.
Gotcha.
You know, if I heard this, that's
Yeah.
the way I would think about it.
But I didn't see the press out.
We're just down to 1 minute for Kaboshigawa of Team Hawaii. Third attempt, 120 kilos. Next athlete, Brian Resenauer. No lift for Kabashigawa on that third attempt. 121 kilos now for Brian Resenauer, lifting unattached out of North Dakota in the 56 class. Clock starts for Resenauer. Next athlete, Tri Fu. No lift for Resenauer. 122 kilos. This will be first attempt for Tri-Fu of Mash Mafia, Minnesota. Clock starts on Fu. Next athlete, Kenny Wilkins.
It is try. He's from Minnesota. It is try. As a joke, I think.
Good lift for Fu. 123 kilos, 1 kilo automatic increase for Fu for a second attempt. 2-minute clock will start on Fu. Wilkins, the next lifter. Change. Stop the clock. 127 kilos. Loaders. This will be first attempt for Kenny Wilkins of Force Praxium, Texas. Clock begins on Wilkins. First attempt. Wilkins, a 62 class lifter. Next athlete, Chris Luciano. Good lift for Wilkins. 127 remains on the bar for Chris Luciano, second attempt. Clock starts for Luciano of Waxman's Gym. Next athlete, Darren Barnes. We have a change of lifter. 127 remains. Tri-Fu now our lifter for a second attempt. Fu represents Mash Mafia, Minnesota. Change 128. New lifting order. Darren Barnes now our lifter. First attempt representing East Coast Gold. Darren's the current clean and jerk record holder. One more change. 128 now for Tri-Fu. New 1-minute clock has started on Fu. Second attempt, 128 kilos. Next lifter, Darren Barnes. Good lift for Fu. 129 is the automatic for Try Fu's third attempt. 2 minutes on the clock. Clock has begun for Fu, third attempt. Change 130 kilos. Darren Barnes becomes the lifter for a first attempt. Darren is the current record holder in the clean and jerk at 135 kilos. Clock started on Barnes. Next athlete, Aaron Addison.
Legs, come on. Push, push, push. That's it.
Good lift for Barnes. 130 kilos remains on the bar for Aaron Addison. Addison, a 62 class lifter. Clock begins on Addison. Next athlete, John Stang. Good lift for Addison. 131 kilos now for Michael Fox of East Coast Gold. Fox lifting in the 56 class. Clock started for Fox. First attempt. Next athlete, Kenny Wilkins. Change. We now go maintain 131. New lifter. 1 minute clock. Kenny Wilkins for a second attempt, representing Force Praxium. Wilkins the lifter, 131. Next athlete, Darren Barnes. Good lift for Wilkins. 132. This will bring Michael Fox out for a first attempt. Fox in the 62 class. 56 class. Sorry. I just hybrided that, didn't I? Think I've been here a long time yet. 56 class. The current record being 135 kilos. Fox, our lifter. Sean Hutchinson, you're next. That's pretty funny. It's the two classes. It'd be nice to have it somewhere there. Then I wouldn't say it wrong. Yeah. No, I made him 52. I said 52.
That's it. Set it up. Heels. Head through. Reach. There you go.
No lift by unanimous decision. 132 remains on the bar for Sean Hutchinson's first attempt. I didn't see that. I wasn't watching that. I wasn't really watching. Hutchinson, the lifter. First attempt, 132 on the bar. Next athlete, John Stang.
Charge out there, man. Squeeze. Explode. That's it. Hit your air, man. Hit your air. Breathe. Punch hard. Reach up.
No lift for Hutchinson. 132 remains on the bar. Lifter now is John Stang of Iron Beaver Weightlifting, Oregon. First attempt for Stang at 132 kilos. Clock has started. Chris Luciano, next athlete. That's a good lift for Stang. 132 remains on the bar. Chris Luciano now our lifter. Second attempt for Chris, lifting for Waxman's Gym. Clock starting for Luciano. Next athlete, Michael Fox. Change of lifting order. 132 remains. Michael Fox, second attempt, East Coast Gold. No lift for Fox at that second attempt at 132. Remains on the bar. We'll have a 2-minute clock for Fox. He can make this weight on his We're down to about 1 minute for Michael Fox of East Coast Gold. Third attempt at 132 kilos. Fox, a 56 class lifter. Next athlete is Chris Luciano.
Let's get this down.
Let's go, Mike. Go get it, Mike.
Good lift for Fox. That puts him in the first place there in the 56 class. We still have another 56 class lifter coming along. 133 now loaders for Chris Luciano of Waxman's Gym. Second attempt for Chris. Next athlete, Darren Barnes. No lift for Luciano. That's only his second attempt. He'll be back. 133 remains on the bar. Second attempt for Darren Barnes. Barnes, the current record holder at 135 in the 56 class. Next athlete, Tri Fu. Good lift for Barnes. 133 remains on the bar for Tri Fu of Mash Mafia, Minnesota. Clock started on Fu for a third attempt. 133 on the bar. Next athlete, Kenny Wilkins. No lift for Fu. 133 remains. Kenny Wilkins, the lifter, representing Force Praxium. It's a third attempt at 133 kilos. Clock has started. Next athlete, Chris Luciano. No lift for Wilkins. 133 remains on the bar. Chris Luciano now our lifter. Luciano, a 62 class lifter for Waxman's Gym. This is his third attempt. Next athlete, Aaron Addison.
At first I thought you were joking about the socks and the singlet, and then I saw his belt. Actually. I know he said belt, but like I only saw the socks.
He didn't wear the belt with his snatch. I was like, oh,
Yeah, now you get the whole
that one.
thing. It's of course.
I thought it was interesting.
Too. I just thought, he's a guy. He doesn't.
Let's go! Let's go!
No lift for Luciano. 134 now goes on the bar for Aaron Addison. Second attempt. Addison, a 62 class lifter out of Florida. Clock started on Addison. Next athlete, Sean Hutchinson.
Stand up. Big legs. Come on, drive it hard. Come on.
Good lift for Addison. 135. This will bring Sean Hutchinson out for a second attempt. Clock started for Hutchinson. Next athlete, Aaron Addison.
Get your ass focused. Do your job now. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Push, push, push. Yeah, buddy.
Good lift for Hutchinson. 136 loaders for Darren Barnes' third attempt. This is 1 kilo over the current record, which he holds and set 2 years ago. All right, here we go. We want some encouragement for Darren Barnes. American record attempt, 136 kilos.
Come on, you've earned this, buddy. Go for it now. Come on.
Dale, dale, dale.
That's a no lift for Darren. 136 remains on the bar. Sean Hutchinson wants this for his third attempt. Change, 137 remain. Oh, 137. Let's increase by 1 kilo. John Stang becomes our lifter. Second attempt for Stang. Next athlete, Aaron Addison. No lift for Stang on that second attempt. 137 remains on the bar. Aaron Addison wants this weight for a third attempt. Clock starts on Addison. Next athlete, John Stang. Good lift for Addison. A little battle going on. Now 137 remains for John Stang's third attempt. Clock started on Stang of Iron Beaver Weightlifting. Next athlete, Sean Hutchinson.
Go, John. Stay back.
No lift for Stang. 138 loaders. Third attempt of Sean Hutchinson. Sean, the current leader in the clean and jerk. Clock has started on Hutchinson. Next athlete, Derek Johnson.
All right, Sean. Sean said you got a job, buddy. Let's do it. Let's have a good time this weekend. That's why you came here. Focus. Full claim. Get your air, focus, drive. Reach up, reach up.
No lift for Hutchinson on his third attempt. 145 now loaders for Derek Johnson's opening clean and jerk. Current American record in the 62 class is 153, held by Clarence Clemmings. Change on Johnson, 150 kilos, please. Loaders. Clock has started on Johnson. So our final athlete. Awards will be held on the red platform after introductions of the next group. Good lift. Change on Johnson, 153. There's one more change for Johnson coming up. Does anybody want to see a record? Clock has resumed. All right, here it is, the change. 154 kilos for Derek Johnson, second attempt and new American record. That's no lift for Johnson, only a second attempt. He'll make this record on his third attempt. We'll set the bar and put a 2-minute clock for Johnson. All right, we're gonna stop the clock. We're gonna give a sweep to the platform. There's a lot of dust up there. Bars being replaced on the platform for Derek Johnson's third attempt, 150 kilo low for a new American record. Clock is started for Johnson. So awards will just be on the red platform. Or like, so how, time? 10 minutes? Again, the awards will be handed out on the red platform following introductions of our next session. Down to about 1 minute on Derek Johnson's clock. Come on, who wants to see a record? 154 kilos. That's a no lift for Johnson by majority decision. Oh, for unanimous decision. Couldn't quite lock that out.